The HOA president called 911 on my Rolls-Royce, standing right there in my driveway, streaming live, accusing me of driving an illegal vehicle. Within minutes, police cruisers came roaring up the road. She expected them to haul me away. What she didn't know, those officers report directly to me because I'm the police chief. Yeah, this is how insane my story gets. Act 1. The conflict begins. My name is Bill Thornfield. A few weeks ago, I came back to my family's cabin in Cedar Falls, Washington. After 30 years overseas serving my country deployments, dusty bases, endless goodbyes, I thought I'd earned some peace. The cabin looked rough, peeling paint, weeds waist-high, steps broken, but it was mine, legally, since 1985, and after losing my wife, Angela, 18 months ago, I needed somewhere quiet to figure out what the rest of my life was supposed to look like. What I didn't expect was to walk straight into a war zone with the local HOA president. Day 2, back home. While I was mounting security cameras, a habit I never broke after the military, this pristine white BMW came sliding up my gravel drive like it was entitled to the place. Out steps this woman, dripping in designer clothes, heels sinking in the dirt. Phone already recording. This property's abandoned. You need to leave immediately. I'm Donna Blackwood, HOA president. I told her calmly, "Ma'am, this cabin has been in my family since '85. I've got the deeds if you want to see them." But she wasn't listening. She was live streaming, calling me a squatter, a danger to the neighborhood, acting like she had federal authority. I've dealt with insurgents overseas who were less dramatic. 10 minutes later, she storms off, tires spitting gravel. I figure fine, that's the end of it. Wrong. 20 minutes later, sirens scream up the mountain. She'd actually called 911. Now, I've been in tense situations, but watching a police cruiser skid to a stop in front of your own property, lights blazing, neighbors peeking out of their windows that hits different. The officer steps out, hand near his belt. Donna's parked beside him, phone still raised, narrating her bravery for her followers. He asks for ID. I hand it over without fuss. I see the moment his eyes flicker confusion. Recognition. Respect? Sir, he says, lowering his voice. What was your rank in the service? Major General, I reply. The man straightens, snaps a salute so crisp it could have cut glass. General Thornfield, you saved my unit in Fallujah. You should have seen Donna's face. She's live streaming, expecting an arrest, and instead, her viewers watch a cop salute the suspicious vagrant she tried to evict. In real time, her empire of control cracked. But I knew one thing: she wouldn't back down. People like Donna never do. Act 2. Escalation and the twist. 3 days later, I was repairing the porch when another luxury car pulled up, this time a black Tesla. Out comes a man in a tailored suit, sweating like a turkey before Thanksgiving, briefcase in hand. Mr. Thornfield, I'm Timothy Walsh, attorney at law. My client has maintained this property for 8 years. She has a legitimate claim under adverse possession. He waved official-looking documents like he was serving royal decrees, and I'll admit, for a moment, my stomach dropped. I'd been gone decades. Could she really take my land because I served overseas? That night, I sat at the kitchen table staring at those papers, thinking maybe I was wrong to come back. Maybe the stress wasn't worth it. Maybe Donna had already beaten me. I nearly convinced myself to pack it up, sell, and disappear. But here's the thing. I don't abandon ground. Not in the desert, not in a courtroom, not in Cedar Falls. The next morning, I pulled out my own folder, thicker than Walsh's, 40 years of property tax records, surveys, legal protections under the Service Members Civil Relief Act. Adverse possession, I told him, requires the property to be abandoned. I never abandoned anything. I was serving my country. You could see the blood drain from his face. He started fumbling, swatting mosquitoes, trying to backpedal. Even his Tesla got stuck on my gravel road, high-centered on a rock like the cherry on top. He left with shaky hands and a business card, muttering about documentation discrepancies. I almost felt bad for him. Almost, but I knew Donna wasn't finished. That evening, my neighbor Grace Chen, a soft-spoken elderly woman, walked over carrying a manila folder. She looked terrified, but determined. I've been documenting Donna's activities for 3 years, she whispered. Inside photos, forged deeds, HOA funds siphoned into personal accounts, letters threatening elderly residents, emails about targeting military families while service members were deployed. Reading that folder, the air got colder around me. This wasn't just HOA pettiness, it was organized theft, a criminal network. And I realized I wasn't just fighting for my cabin, I was fighting for every family she'd terrorized. Act 3. The climax and justice. Donna struck back fast. She organized a community safety meeting at the HOA clubhouse. Flyers everywhere. Protect our homes. Protect our values. Translation: blame Bill. I showed up. Place was packed, neighbors whispering, some glaring, some just curious. Donna strutted in like a queen, red blazer flashing, microphone in hand. Our community is under threat, she boomed. Strangers with expensive cars, veterans with dangerous pasts. She paused, eyes drilling into me, bringing down property values. I let her rant. Then I stood. Funny, I said, because the only threat here is the woman stealing from the people she claims to protect. Gasps rippled. Donna laughed it off. Accusations from a squatter. That's when Marcus Rivera walked in, same sergeant who'd saluted me, and with him, an FBI agent carrying a stack of files. They laid them out on the table. Financial records, property transfers, evidence of fraud spanning multiple communities. Donna's face tightened. Grace stood up, voice trembling but strong. She threatened me, told me she'd have me deported if I spoke up. I've been a citizen for 40 years. Neighbors shouted, some angry, some horrified. The room buzzed like a hornet's nest kicked open. Donna snapped. Her composure cracked into rage. You don't understand. I built this community. Without me, it falls apart. She lunged forward, snatching papers, jabbing fingers at me, screaming about conspiracies. That night, she showed up at my cabin with a baseball bat. My cameras caught everything. Her screaming that I'd destroyed 8 years of work, that I'd disappear like the others. She swung at my windows, glass cracking. I didn't move. I let the cameras roll. Sometimes the best weapon is patience. Within minutes, patrol cars filled my clearing, red and blue lights painting the trees. Neighbors watched from their porches as Donna screamed excuses. Then Agent Williams stepped forward, badge shining. Donna Blackwood, you're under arrest for fraud, conspiracy, and attempted assault. Cuffs snapped shut. Donna's kingdom collapsed right there in the dirt. Closing line. Bullies think rules make them untouchable. But when the truth shows up, their empire crumbles in seconds.